Yo, what is up everybody? Today I'll be teaching you guys how to edit like Flea on iPhone. The two apps I'll be using for this is VideoStar and VN. VN is free and you do have to pay for VideoStar. VN is basically we're going to do all of our syncing and our sound effects, and VideoStar is where we're going to do all of our regular effects. Also, guys, I finally got a supporter creator code. You guys, I know you guys have been asking like all the time if I have one, and I finally got one. My supporter creator code is 16Alex, just like my old name. So if you want to use it, I would greatly appreciate it.
Fucking homies love this.
But first thing that we have to do is pick out a song. So I'm going to go with none other than 404 Vincent. In a ton of Flea's montages, he uses this guy. So yeah, I'm going to do this one right here. And then I'm just going to screen record a little bit, and we can put it into VN. Alright, now that you have your song screen recorded or whatever you did, we can open up VN. And let's just start up a new project. Right here is where you're going to add in your clip. And let's tap to add music. Go to music. Extract from video. And just right here is where you're just going to name your song and put it into whatever. And then let's add in a little fade in. And first thing that we're going to do is we're just going to go to our beats, and we're just going to mark every single beat and get them as exact as possible. How we're going to get these exact as possible is we're going to go to 0.5, and it like slows the song down for like this little bit, and you can just really get it exact. And always keep in mind that the beats are usually a little bit before like this bit. It looks like it should be right here. Just keep in mind that it's going to be a little bit before that, because the app sometimes is like not super quick. So yeah, and once you're done with that, you can press the check marker and the check marker once again. And now here's where the timer mapping is going to come in. So what we're going to do is we're just going to split it a little bit before, and we want this first beat to like, I'm going to have this first beat be right on this 180, and then have this second beat over here be on like this edited cone. So we're going to do our best to like edit and timer map this so it gets exact. So we're going to do that. We're going to split it a little bit before, and then after that second beat, we're just going to split it like a little bit after, like right over here. And now let's go to speed. So our first beat is like right here. So we just want to like speed that up a little bit. And then we're just going to drag these down to 50. Doesn't have to be exact, but around 50. So I came up with a little something like this. Just like that, completely just keep on playing around with it. It's all about just messing around and like not getting too frustrated, and yeah, just trial and error. So now that we have this, we are going to do some cinematics. Alright, so I just got a few cinematics, and what we can do next is we can just delete this and import our cinematics. And then when we're here, we can simply just trim them down by pressing split and deleting the remaining parts. So split, delete, and then same thing for the next one. And we're just going to go to the second marker. And now this part is really important, but it is confusing, so just pay attention. We're going to split it, and at this, it says it's 0.34. We're going to undo this split. We need to timer map this to get to 0.34 seconds. So we're going to go to speed, delete these two, and we're probably going to need to drag these up all the way and get to 0.34. And now we're going to do the same thing for the next one. So this one needs to be 0.32. So we're going to go timer map, and we're going to delete these two and get it to 0.32. And now this is what it looks like right now for me. Alright, now we're left with the rest of the clip after these two cinematics. And what we're going to do is we are going to go to this clip, and we just want to trim it down a little bit so we can get a shot on the marker. Something like this would probably be good. Yep. And now we're going to go and split it, and let's go to speed. And I came up with something like this. And now after that, we're just gonna go to this second clip, and we're gonna go to
Crazy. Love it when it
and 0.5. So it looks like this.
let my picture look crazy. Love it when
Yep, and then we can just go to that end and simply just delete that extra. Alright, now it's time for the sound effects. For this, I'm gonna search up whoosh sound effect. Personally, for this one, I like number 13. I'm gonna screen record this, and then we can put it in there. Alright, now we're gonna press this music button once again and go to sound effects. And we're gonna go to my sound and go extract from video. Just create the album, name it whatever. I'm just gonna do SFX. And you got it right in here. Press use on it. And it should be over here. And now let's go to the start of that first cinematic. It's like over here. And we're just gonna time this up. We can probably turn down the audio just like a little bit, maybe to like 60. Put in another whoosh. So we're gonna go to SFX and we can simply just move it over. And then let's move it down to like 60 something once again. Yeah, so you can hear that right there. Match is good. Go to the shot as well. And let's add one more. Something like this should be good. Now next, let's import a sound, pump sound effect. So look up pump sound effect and screen record it. Do the same thing you did with the whoosh. And then you can add that in right over here. So this is what it should look like. Alright, and next up we gotta add black bars. So just look up black bars. It's as simple as that. Go to the first one and you can just hold it down and add to photos. Then we can open VN back up. And now let's go tap to add sticker /PIP. Here is where you're gonna add in your black bars. And let's just zoom in a little bit. And let's make a keyframe right at the start of this cinematic. So make a keyframe. And this is where your black bars are gonna be. So I'm gonna have it like right over there. And then make another keyframe and have it just out of the camera so it like fades in. Like that. Then we're gonna make another keyframe right at the end of this. Right about there should be good. And then another one right there. But at the second keyframe, we're just gonna drag it out. So in the end, it should look something like this. Alright, now let's export this thing out. What I always do is export in 4K 24 FPS. If you want to do completely flea style, then you can go over, bump it up to 60. But no matter what style you're doing, I always recommend editing in 24 FPS. And then you can go ahead and crank up the bitrate and export. We can go and open up Video Star. Press the plus, edit video. Now what we're gonna do, we're gonna go new, transform, and we're just gonna add some motion blur. So we're gonna go to VS motion blur. We're gonna go with something like this. Now we're gonna go to new multi-layer, and we're gonna go to custom coloring, and basically we can just reset these just in case you have anything on them. And our two main things that we're gonna use is bloom and streak. First, we're gonna go to bloom. We're just gonna turn it up quite a bit, turn down the threshold a little bit, something like this. Just make it bright. Now we're gonna go to streak, turn up the streak quite a bit, and turn down the threshold. Something like that. And then we can maybe put like a little pink tint to it, like that. And let's press create. And now let's go to new multi-layer. And now we're gonna click on the last one that you just did. And go to color, search up blur, and look for pro blur. And now let's go to edit keyframes. And let's tap right there. And it's gonna change it from size to color. Change the color down, maybe to like 20 something. Probably would be good. And then let's go to like the end right there and change it down to 0. And then let's just change the graph. I'm gonna do something like that. Now we're gonna go to that second one. Go to edit keyframes, and we're gonna go to opacity and turn that all the way down to 0. and go like maybe 20 something in and go to 100, and then we can just do that, and basically that's just gonna fade out like the glow and everything. And if you still want a little bit of glow in there, instead of putting it to 100, put it at like 60 something, like 65, so there's just a little bit on it, and we can send a camera roll.
Fucking homies love jerseys.
Bitches go see
I let my bitches look crazy. Love 'em when they psycho.
And just like that, you guys now know how to edit like Flea on iPhone. If you guys enjoyed the video at all, make sure you leave a like and subscribe because it really helps me out. And yeah, I'm out. Peace.